That should be me. Just so comfortable. Hi, welcome to my channel. It's all over the place. Welcome back. Today we interrupt your normal programming to bring you a favorites video. Originally, I was thinking of doing like a monthly favorites thing, but then I realized that I have absolutely no energy or attention span, or really just don't feel like it every single month. Props to the cinema girlies, the anime girlies who do videos on this, the book girlies. Oh my god, people who do videos on books and read and watch, consume new media every month. I can't do that anymore apparently, but I do consume media, otherwise I wouldn't have this channel. Given that the idea of this channel is to be something related to media and entertainment and fandom and etc., I decided to do a favorites video, but instead of doing like a monthly one, I just checking from time to time, just telling you what I've been doing for the past, in this case, 4 months, with new things and also not new, because I'm a big rewatcher, so why not bring back what I'm rewatching? So maybe I can like interest you in some things that I might like and things that you might like that you want to watch. Maybe not, maybe I will talk about things that I hated, which is gonna be rare because I don't really like talking about things that I don't like. But I have my moments. This time specifically, it's mostly things that I like, so we're good here. So let's start with a few rewatches and rereads, because like I said, I'm a big rewatcher, rereader. And let's start with the book, because I haven't actually read a new book in 5 years, which is embarrassing for someone who was an avid reader as a child and who used to be an avid reader 5 years ago. But I think that working in a bookshop may have traumatized me. I'm good. I survived. I just don't read as much anymore. I haven't finished a book actually in a while. I might talk about it in a different video. The books that I haven't finished, I realized that maybe I would work best with audiobooks. So this video is sponsored. No, just kidding. I have like 5 subscribers. I found a Percy Jackson audiobook and I thought it would be a good thing to reread it, because the TV show is now being produced and filmed and is supposed to come out, I think, 2024. Yeah, it's plenty of time for me to read it. If you're not aware of what is it, Percy Jackson is a series about a 12-year-old who has ADHD and has dyslexia, and he finds out that he's actually a demigod, the son of a god, a Greek god, and that there are a lot of people like him, and they have to go to a camp to survive and train and learn how to fight and not die. Probably one of the best like fantasy children's books out there. It's really fun. I love it. Like if you need like some light reading, if you don't know Percy Jackson but you're curious because of the series, highly recommend. I've reread the series, the first Percy Jackson series, many times. I first read it when I was like 15 or something. I was completely addicted, reread it, and then after that he released the Heroes of Olympus series. I didn't like the 4th book that much, and then I didn't read the 5th, so I'm gonna try this time to like read the whole thing and then get to the last book. It's one of those things where I need to reread because I forget everything, and I'm gonna need to remember like the plot points and everyone. If I just read the last book, I won't understand a thing. Yeah, rereading so I can catch up. Which brings us to the next thing that I am rewatching, which is Doctor Who. Another series that I watched many times. Doctor Who, if you don't know, it's a British TV show, very old. It's been around for like 60 years, about a time-traveling alien. Yeah, that's it. That's a time-traveling alien that can change their face. The show just keeps going because you can change actors whenever you want, and now we have a new one. It's Ncuti Gatwa from Sex Education, which I haven't watched, but he already fits the part for me. So yeah, I'm excited. But the thing is, I stopped watching, not by choice, not because I didn't like anymore, I just stopped around Jodie Whittaker's first season. Like I watched 2 episodes and then I stopped. So I also have to catch up. Again, this is a show that I watched and rewatched over and over again. Only the new run from 2005 from here, because that would be like a lot from the 50 years before. But yeah, I am rewatching so I can catch up to the seasons, because Jodie Whittaker runs is over now and we have a new doctor. I haven't watched any of her seasons, so I need to catch up to that. Wow, it's very difficult to speak today. I'm hungry, I'm sleepy, and it's a little bit cold, which is why I'm wearing my suburban rich white mom cardigan thing. On top of the Doctor Who rewatch, I found a podcast of people rewatching. I've done this before. It was a Brazilian podcast before, but I think they stopped. They never did it again. They did like 2 seasons and they stopped. This one, they're on season 4 of Doctor Who, and I hope they keep going because it's quite fun. It's called Hooked. What are their names? Oh my god. Geordie Steele and Fraser Porter. 2 lads from Scotland. They're really fun, and I just like the feeling of like me rewatching while other people are rewatching. But I'm already on season 6 and I'm trying to like not go into a slump again because I don't really like this season, but I'm pulling through because I need to get to first of all season 10, which I love, and then watch the seasons with Jodie Whittaker. While I was editing this video, which took me a while, I found yet another rewatch Doctor Who podcast. This one is pretty new. It's called Hulala. Great name, solid name. There are also 2 guys. I think they are from England, and they're on episode 4. So very, very fresh, very new. And I don't think they only do like a recap or rewatch, but they also add other types of commentaries in the middle. I'm having fun. I think it's pretty great. So yeah, that's another one that I recommend and that I'm having a lot of fun with. In the middle of all that, I don't remember when, if it was in like August or July or maybe September, but I also rewatched Fleabag. I don't know why I did that, just to have my heart broken again. I love that show so much. Fleabag is a show written and starred by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, based on a play that she had. It was a monologue, and it's basically just the life of this person who is like an absolute train wreck of a woman. The main point is that she doesn't have a name, we just call her Fleabag. And she also talks to the camera, like every time she's like thinking, she basically turns and talks to us. She breaks the fourth wall. I don't know why I couldn't remember that, or why I just didn't just say that. But yeah, every time she's like thinking, instead of talking to herself, she breaks the fourth wall and talks to us. And yeah, it's a comedy show. It's very good, and it's also very emotional. Second season will break your heart into a million pieces, and it's still so funny, and it's so engaging, and honestly, it's worth the pain. Everyone's been talking about it for like years. Please watch it. It's very good. It's very short. I think it's 7 episodes each season. Just go for it. You can watch in like 2 days, maybe 1. And to finish the rewatches, I recently rewatched Alien, which was a movie that I watched a long time ago and I forgot it. I have a big list of movies that I need to watch again because I don't really remember, especially like some classics. And Alien is one of them. Yeah, it's still pretty good. It pretty much holds up. It's very freaking genius. It's a movie about these people who are in a spaceship called Nostromo, trying to go back to Earth, and they are awakened from their like cryogenic sleep or something like that before they arrive, and then they decide to explore the planet where they are near because the machine woke them up, and they have to because they're like contracted or something. They find weird shit on that planet and they accidentally bring weird shit with them to their spaceship, and a lot of panic ensues. It's a very good thriller, horror, sci-fi. It inspired so many things that came after it, including a lot of new episodes of Doctor Who. It's a classic that I highly recommend to everyone, and I'm not exactly a person who watch a lot of classic movies, but like this one. I know Halloween's over already, but still highly recommend if you haven't yet. Or rewatch it if you haven't watched it for a long time now. Just do it. It's still worth it. Sigourney Weaver, it's still that bitch. As for new watches, I have two series that are very unrelated. The first one is Semantic Error. As someone who rarely watches drama, like Asian drama in general, just because I'm not used to it, I've watched a few like long time ago, but I'm just not used to it. I don't know which ones are exactly like the good ones. It's a medium, especially Korean dramas, that I'm not very used to. But my friend knows a lot of dramas and she knows a lot of BL series like from different countries. And we actually got to watch DKZ live on an event, and one of the members, Chechan, is an actor in the series. And after we went there, she was like, no, you are gonna watch Semantic Error. I just need you to watch it. And I was like, okay, let's watch it. And I actually only did it because she watched with me, and she basically made me watch because I probably wouldn't remember or have the energy to watch. And I'm glad I did, because this is a really fun romantic series. It's about this boy whose name I forgot, who is like this very methodic, almost robotic kind of guy who's trying to do an assignment for a university, but he's working with seniors and a lot of them are just not caring, so he basically just exposes them. They're not allowed to graduate because of that, and one of them is a illustrator who like takes it very personally, and coincidentally they start to work together again because the first guy, oh my god, I forgot their names, Sangwoo and Jaeyoung. Okay, so Sangwoo is the first guy, and the other one is Taeyong, who is like a messy artist type, kind of like stereotypical, but I don't mind. And they have to work together because they want to make a game. So Sangwoo is coding and Taeyong is doing the design, and it's very much a like an enemies to lovers, rivals to lovers type of thing. Their relationship starts to evolve after that, and it's really sweet, it's really light. The point of it is not them being LGBT, it's just like, you know, when people do LGBT stories where people are always like coming out, or someone have to like be surprised by them being gay or stuff like that, which is like, it's not bad, it's just tired. Like everyone does that. Like the fact that they are gay needs to be commented all the time, and someone needs to make this like a big point or like a problem. That doesn't really happen in Semantic Error. It's a romantic story that happens to be with two guys, and it's a breath of fresh air, to be honest. I love a good romantic story. I love a good university romance, probably because my university was boring as fuck and I crave that sort of interesting story. I understand why this story is so popular. There's the drama and there's the manhwa and novel. These things are always like an adaptation of others, and I think there's gonna be a movie and different seasons. I'm excited because I really liked it. Also, the guy who plays Jaeyoung is Soham, who used to be in K&K. All of those idols and ex-idols are going to dramas and doing BL dramas, and I'm all for it. Keep going. Keep going. And the other new watch that, if you follow me on Twitter or if you are my friend, you already know that it's my newest obsession, that I already knew as soon as I started it. I've known for my whole life that when I watch it, I would be completely obsessed, which is obviously Sailor Moon. Now, I've always known Sailor Moon because it's like an important pop culture icon. I've always recognized it. I know that it was on Brazilian TV for a while, but I didn't watch. I remember like the oldest anime that I watched was either Pokemon or Cardcaptor Sakura that I watched on TV. But I always knew that I was gonna like it. Pretty magical girls represented by planets with like planet powers, and there's like a kingdom on the moon and magical cats, and they all have their little colors and the little powers and the cute outfits. Like, come on, it was made for me. Like, I already like magical girls in general, but planet magical girls, like, come on now. I always knew, and I was right. I was scared that it wasn't gonna hold up because it's an older anime. It was aimed at kids. Although it feels like it, I didn't mind. I didn't feel like it was bad or boring because of that. I thought it was kind of charming. It has a little bit of goofy moments. Some things don't really actually hold up or are a little bit problematic nowadays, but honestly, I don't mind. It's very light-hearted. It's very fun. The characters are very sweet. I heard that the manga and the new version are a little bit like deeper and a little bit, tiny little bit darker. But I do like the light tone of it, even though it can get a little bit repetitive, especially like I'm watching one after the other, basically marathoning it, and people would watch it like either every day or once a week. I understand the format. If you know me, you also know that I dressed up as Sailor Saturn, who I picked mainly on aesthetics because it's Saturn and she's purple, like, but I understand the type of character that she is. I know that she has like a huge part. I'm excited to when I get to her arc, but I'm right now on Black Moon Clan, which is actually pretty fun. So yeah, Sailor Moon became a very important part of my life at my age. Better late than never because it's so fun. I love it. Visuals, aesthetics, the fashion references, like Miss Naoko knew exactly what she was doing, and I love her for that. I also want to talk about 2 albums that I listened to, and I will do like a more detailed K-pop video like I did with the last year songs. I'm preparing to do like the first part of this year songs to actually post this year and not whenever. But the album that I'm talking about is Two Baddies by NCT 127. Pretty nice album. I actually already made like sort of like a reaction review on Twitter. The thing that I like the most is that this was a very cohesive album. Like all the songs belong together. They are diverse, but they all sound like they should be together. And I don't mind when songs are like very different on an album, like Neozone was basically like that, and it's pretty good. But I think that the way that all the songs match in this album, in Two Baddies, is really satisfying. Like the production in all the songs makes sense with each other. It's horrible for me to talk about songs and album reviews because I love talking about music, but I'm clearly terrible at it because I don't know like specific terms for it and like genres of music. But the thing is, this is a very good album, and it's a pretty good album for you to listen to all at once in order. Like, it's very well organized, very well sequenced. And I actually like the title track, Two Baddies. I know that it was like, not a lot of people like it, which seems to happen a lot with NCT 127, NCT in general. I liked it. It kind of had to grow on me. I didn't hate it, but I just thought it was like, yay. And now I like it more. I'm still trying to decide my favorite song. It's between Designer and Faster. I was very sure that it was gonna be Faster, but now I'm not very sure anymore. You will know which one is my favorite when I finish my favorites of the year video, because it will definitely be there. And the other album that I listened to was obviously Renaissance by Beyonce. I was just so happy and so satisfied with the entire album. It's Beyonce, obviously we were all very excited. Everyone had a lot of expectations on what type of album would it be, and it was like an electronic house album. If you watch my previous videos, you know that I really like ballroom and voguing and everything related to that. That's what Beyonce did. She basically made a huge tribute to the people that brought it up, which are basically Black LGBT people, the backbone of this type of music and this community, and I love that. If you look at the credits of this album, every single song has a very long list of credits, and a lot of people were criticizing it, like saying things like, why do you need so many people to make a song, blah 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 blah. And what they don't understand is that a lot of those songs have samples and interpolations and references and stuff like that, and she made sure that she would credit everyone mentioned, because these are all people very important to the history of this type of music. And I think that's amazing, and I love that she did that. And the people who are criticizing simply don't get it. When it comes to favorites, I'm very basic. I love Alien Superstar. Wait, there was another one that I really liked. Let me check just a second. Renaissance. Beyonce. Pure Honey. Pure/honey or Pure Honey. I don't know how you say it, but yes. But I don't think I have any skips on this. First of all, this is not an album to skip if you're listening from the beginning, from beginning to end. Because all the songs are connected. It's basically one very long song, and I love that. It reminds me like progressive rock albums where everything was like connected and it was basically one very long song, all very long. The songs in here are not exactly long, but they all seamlessly connect to each other, and I love that. Yeah, if you haven't yet listened to this album, please do. Please prepare yourself and pay attention to every single song. Listen in order. Don't skip anything. And then you pick your favorites that you're gonna listen to. But it's important that you listen to it in order from the beginning without skipping, okay? If you haven't yet, which I doubt someone hasn't, but if you haven't, chop chop. And the last album on this list is another K-pop album, is Gasoline by Key. Pop perfection, basically. He also had a lot of like ballroom sounding songs, and he actually had ballroom and Vogue specialists on his choreography for a few of the songs, which I think is amazing. I really like voguing in K-pop, but I do think that some people start using it in like a watered down way, and it kind of loses like its charm and ignores the origins of the music and the dance. So the fact that he got like an actual pro of this type of dancing is amazing. I'm not sure yet which one is my favorite song again, but like, wait, let me check the track list again. I'm really bad at remembering song names, aren't I? Oh yeah, my favorite is Bound. I also like Villain, and I also like Delight. But yeah, I like all the songs. I think this is an amazing album altogether, but those are my favorites. Did I say Villain or did I say Guilty Pleasure? Bound, Villain, Guilty Pleasure, and Delight. I could talk more about some songs that I've been listening to, but honestly, usually it's mostly K-pop, so I'll just leave them to the end of the year list. So that's it for now. I don't know when I'm gonna do this type of video again. It really depends on what I'm feeling like watching and reading, etc. I'll probably listen to more music more than anything, but I don't want to do a video just for that. So yeah, if you like this type of video, please tell me, so I'll keep doing it. Please tell me your favorites. I'm taking suggestions of other things that I could bring as favorites here. I was keeping focused on media, but I can talk about things like makeup or places that I've been. But yeah, maybe I'll focus more on media just because it's the theme of this channel. And if you do like media and entertainment and fandom and things like K-pop and makeup, please stick around, subscribe, like the video, tell me your favorites. Follow me on Twitter for nowadays more political rants than anything, but also K-pop makeup and general mayhem, like I always say. Follow me on TikTok, which I rarely post, but I do have some cool stuff there. Follow me on Instagram for some aesthetic pictures attempts. And I'm really tired now, so let's all go rest, go to sleep, go take a nap, go lie down for a little bit, stretch your back. You know, I'm really sleepy and my eyes are starting to get all swollen up, so I'll see you hopefully soon. Sunday is already gone. Bye bye.